Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Thursday, 27th of June, 2024. So the synoptic situation then, so if we go back to midnight last night, remember yesterday I was on about this low pressure out in the Atlantic that's going to be giving us a lot of grief over the next couple of days, certainly controlling the weather per se. So this is midnight last night. There's a weak cold fronts just out to the west of us, actually, with some further frontal systems even further west of that. And if we run through to midday today, you can see that the weak cold front has gone through. I don't think actually there's going to be a lot of rain on it. I think most of the rain would have petered out by now, and it's going to leave us in a sort of a westerly warm sector band of air between the two fronts. So this warm front, I think, is always going to hit us later on, and maybe that might even go through over the evening. If I run through to tomorrow, you can see actually we're in a fresh northwesterly airstream by 12 o'clock tomorrow. So with a bit of luck, that frontal system will pass through overnight. Spot wind today are giving us pretty well 250 260 smack down our westerly run, really 20 knots tight. The cloud is a very good indication of what the cloud is doing. So this weak cold front, there's two actually, are whizzing through slowly. That's where we are at the moment. We've got to wait for this second batch to come through. There's going to be no rain on it. It's just going to be slightly lower clouds. So I think we'll actually be able to fly when it comes through. And then obviously the next low pressure area sat over north of Ireland at the moment, going to hit Scotland and Ireland later on today. Rain, so the actual rain forecast, so you can see it's all falling apart really, nothing where we are at the moment. And if I run through the forecast rain, so this is at 8:45 this morning, as it goes further and further to the east, it just peters out. It looks quite heavy there, but by the time it reaches us, it's pretty well dissipated. So I think we might be lucky not get any rain during our flying day. And as I progress through to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, into the middle of the afternoon, I think we're going to be clear of rain today, luckily. Local forecast is indicating what we have at the moment, sunshine through the lower cloud. Then a little bit overcast as that front does run through us, and then clear with thermals and Q this afternoon. Of note, though, today, you've got a fairly brisk westerly wind with gusts after the front has gone through, increasing to 23, 25, 26. Now, these are miles per hour, and not knots, but the wind, we are going to get gustier winds this afternoon after that front has gone through. So we need to be aware about that and be careful with glider handling. GFS is indicating top temperature today around about 22 degrees and the dew points down at around about 11. Actual forecast at Lasham at the moment, 16 degrees outside, 14 degrees dew points. There's not a lot of split there, hence the lower the clouds at the moment. And we've got a southwesterly breeze about 10 knots at the moment. View outside the window, very pretty. And Dave is indicating possibly around about 1 o'clock today, 3 to 5 HQ, 3,500 foot, but it's going to be quite local, I think. You'll be lucky to go any real distances. Remaining with shallow base around 4,500 feet until a very early shut off this afternoon. Best area south of the M4, so it's definitely south of the country. Local METARs for Odium is giving scatter cloud at 900, which we've got out there at the moment, and some upper cloud at 25,000. And if I run through to Farnborough, scatter cloud at 1,000 feet at the moment, but becoming after the front 50 knots from the west with gusts to 25 knots. Top meteors indicating definitely south of the M4 corridor, as Dave indicating as being the sort of any good to us. We're not going to reach any of this better weather up north because of where we are, obviously. And if I run through the thermals today, so this is at 10 o'clock local, you can see that the front that's just passing through there. a bit of queue behind it. And if I run this forward slightly, you'll notice that as I run through to about, so this is a 12 o'clock local, we should have cumulus then, some overcast still from the back end of that front. So it's not going to be brilliant until maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. And you're looking at Q here to around about 3.8 there or thereabouts. Bit blue if you go further north, and overcast again ahead of the next warm front. Further west we go. SkySight is indicating here similar. This is predicted flight distance. Really, it's not going to be that brilliant, but any of the better areas going to be down towards the southwest. And the actual forecast at the moment is lower clouds as the front goes through. Q rising to approximately 4,000 feet by about 1:30 local. Maybe cumulus, maybe thermal throw about 3.5, 3.8, something like that. The wind's 270, 13 knots with gusts of 18, which backs up what I said earlier. Any NOTAMs will briefly go through them. 31 is the usual partner station at the moment. 38 Uphaven, a NOTAM today for some reason. The 622 VGS are flying. 34 is Imber Ranges are active today. 30 is Glastonbury, that's going to be all day. And then down the bottom, we've got a whole load of the danger areas all open today. Portland, Lulworth, Lyme Bay, they're all activated. Some of them not till around about 4 o'clock this afternoon, but I don't think we're going to be out to sea then. And they're from surface up to 22,000 feet. So operationally today then, we have a departure. The Thompson aircraft that was possibly going to go at 7 p.m. yesterday is going to be going today at the moment, 3 o'clock local. Overcast at the moment till the front goes through, then Strawberry this afternoon. 50 knot westerly winds all day. We're going to set up on 27 straight away, dry. I'll set up the launch point vehicle straight after this briefing. And I don't think we're going to get a club grid today, but if we do, Grass North, the usual place. We've got 2 K21s on the booking list. Al Milmore, Bob Johnson are the instructors allocated for that. Mike Birch has got his K21 as usual. We'll have a K21 and 2 K13s on the casual list, and 1 K21 on trial lessons with Ruby. All other single seats are booked except SH2 and SH4. Reminder about the buggies, please. It was brought to my attention yesterday that there was a couple of people riding on the back of them. We are not insured to carry people on the back of these buggies. Actually, in reality, we should be in the front with seatbelts on. So please, no passengers on the rear of the buggies. And simulator course is available if required. The booking list for today. Hugo, by the way, Al has just passed his air law exam, so if he's up to it, there's no reason why he can't go solo today. And otherwise, you can see how everything is booked. For Mike Smith's benefit, Dave Siddle has just cancelled. So, Mike, if you want it, the SH6 is yours all day. And the casual list is as per. We do have 2 instructors, Chris Marin and Andy Aveling said he's available today on that list should we need it. So set up today, runway 27. We may just set the wind shaft 10 degrees or so. I'll let the winch driver decide on that because it may be on the surface around about 250. I'll let him decide that. And obviously we need to bear in mind that we will need the runway clear for about 2:30 later on today, but we'll come across that problem as and when it arrives. Okay, so I recommend really we get all the K21s out this morning. If any of the casual people think they want a K13, drag one of them out. And I'll see you out on the airfield in the next 15, 20 minutes. Thank you. Bye.